Listen, good people, y'all already know what it is with me. All right, I am Big Smash, host of I'll Explain All This Later podcast. We just dropped episode 2 last night at midnight, so if you have not taken the time, please go check us out on Spotify, on Apple Music. Real dope conversation with your boy. I got some mad sense over there. Still got sense. But tonight, we got my man DC in the building. DC. What up, good brother?
Oh, yeah, I forgot I was. Yeah, what's up?
All right, so look, right? We dropped a brand new episode, man. This episode was about long distance relationships. The pros.
Speaking of long distance relationships, real quick, man. Inquiring minds want to know, man. And people want to know how far detached is your mind from your body lately? Because it seems like y'all having a long distance relationship, you and your mind. Because clearly you still campaigning for one El Durake bacon ham. And it's starting to get a little disturbing, my brother. Like it's subliminal post after post after post, man. I'm just trying to figure out, is your brain on vacation? Did it leave when Drake left? Was it out of the country for a little bit? Like what's going on?
Nah, my brain is the way that it is. See, I'm not a yes man. I don't confine myself to what society thinks. You know what I'm saying? I've always had my own mind.
Clearly.
Okay? I've always had my own mind. I've always been for what I believed in, not what everybody else believed in.
Hey, man, everybody got to be wrong about something.
Oh, yeah. I've been wrong before. Am I wrong about that? Absolutely not. But I've been wrong before.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Don't nobody want to see him.
Facts. I definitely don't want to see my own asshole. Somebody else's, yeah. Mine's, no. But anyway.
Clarify that a little further, but all right. You just say somebody else's, nigga. That's a lot of somebodies in this world. About 16 billion and you just said somebody that can land on a different peg on every wheel. You know what I'm saying? So you need to say a woman's asshole. That's how you clarify that.
I mean, tomato.
Hey man, you can't tomato an asshole, my nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Those that been here know, okay. They know
whatever. Those who've been here and know that shit and believe that shit, they mind is having a long distance relationship too.
All right, so look, right. We dropped episode 2.
What's up?
It's about long distance relationships. The good, the bad, the impacts and the effects that it have on people. Can you navigate in a long distance relationship? Can you make it through? Can you not make it through? What happens? So had a pretty dope discussion. So this is a recap of that. DC, I know, you are a married old man nowadays, but let me ask you this.
First of all, I was an old man before I got married.
If you and your lady had to do a long distance relationship, could you be able to do that? Would it be hard for you?
You don't know until you're in that situation.
Have you ever had a long distance relationship?
She thought we was in a long distance relationship.
Explain.
We was together. We talked about giving us a little space. She moved. Then she got clingier from further apart.
She moved out the city?
Out the state.
Okay, out the state.
Mm-hmm.
How long did that last?
What lasts, brother? You didn't hear me. She thought we were still in a relationship, my nigga. I don't think you understood what I was putting down. It was hey.
So y'all was on a break.
Away for a little bit, we gonna just see what happens. Let what happens. If it's meant to be, blase, this, that, habeas corpus, fifth, fourth, and to the fifth demeanor. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I've never said we were, I thought we were. See, that's what they call a miscommunication of major proportions. Because she thought what she took away from the conversation was, oh, he loved me. We gonna make this work. What I took from this thing was, oh, she about to leave. It's time to get crazy. So
Facts. As most
most
men do, you leave us unsupervised. The cat's away, the mice will play type shit for sure.
Yeah, conflicting reports. So needless to say, I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right. So I could have been right.
So did you? Okay, so see, real quick for me, and as I talked about on the show, when I was in a long distance relationship, it was party time. It was definitely, I'm with you when I see you. When I don't see you, I'm not with you. I was living 3 lives at that time.
Yeah, and I ain't doing all that.
I was living the Smash solo life. The Smash got A in one part of the Chicago when I came into town, B in another part of Chicago when I came into town. So I was like 3 different people at one time trying to maintain, and I was losing my fucking head. And I said,
your mind was having a long distance relationship with your body again. Like I'm telling you, that's too much work.
Long distance relationships didn't work for me because, like I said on the episode,
you gotta be 50 people.
Yeah, I had a long distance relationship, and then one day I called her phone, and some dude picked up.
So clearly, you was in a you didn't get the message. You had the wrong idea. She was
some dude picked up, and he was like, "Yo, you might as well go ahead on and give it a rest, big dog. I just put her to sleep, word for word." That was his entire statement.
I've never in my life been told those words in any form in that kind of sentence, my nigga.
That was the entire statement.
That is the wildest.
So I'm thinking, like, nigga, it ain't nothing to put her to sleep. I do that all the time, nigga. You just doing it right now at this moment.
That nigga, you can't. There's no way to save that, nigga. You can't try to rebuttal some shit up, nigga.
No, I didn't try to rebuttal.
Told you, hey, big dog, give it up, nigga. She's too deep in sleep, nigga.
I mean, it wasn't shit I could do about it, nigga. I was 6 hours away. It was over.
You got that right. Even if you was 2 miles away, nigga, there's nothing you could do about that situation, nigga. That's when you turn your jersey into her team. You be like, hey, I'm a free agent now.
No, not even that. Like, cause she called me back a couple hours later. It was like he wasn't supposed to do that. He went through my phone while I was asleep.
He wasn't supposed to do that.
I said
he wasn't supposed to do that.
I said this dude been around a long time. He too comfortable. He's super comfortable. It's supposed to be rules to this shit. Like, if you gonna mess around, at least mess around to the point where you got a lock code on your phone or some shit. Like, see,
if somebody call you, that lock don't matter, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, me personally, and I took it as part of the game because I had done that shit so many times, not in that way, but I had done that shit so many times. So I felt like it was my karma coming back to me, and her thing was she didn't know how to be in a long distance relationship. It got harder every time I left. So I'm like, that was your answer? That was how you coped with me leaving?
He's like, well, that nigga's leaving, so I need to refill because I feel sad. That's crazy.
Yeah, she tripped on a penis because she felt sad because she didn't have
wild statement, nigga. She landed on it. You left, she skydived, lined it up and everything like an Olympic swimmer.
And I really loved her at one point. I did. Really loved her, man. But listen, long distance relationships are not for everybody. There's a lot of pros and cons. DC, what are some pros for the long distance relationship that you know of? Like that you don't know any pros?
I see nothing, Bob.
Okay.
Outlook is bleak.
So
I mean, I guess it's if you are 2 people who are strong and in a place of maturity, it can work. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing. I mean, hell, look, you still holding out for Drake to make a comeback on one of these disc records sooner or later. So I mean, there's hope for everybody. It's just depending on how much will there is. To be honest, I mean, I've done one that was kind of successful, but it was just because we both knew each other and wasn't worried about nothing else. But you got to really be strong and not, it ain't for jealous people, it ain't for petty people, it ain't for people who be like, oh, she ain't pick up her phone 5 seconds after our call. She must be doing something. Now I gotta get my get back.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, one of the pros that I had was it keeps you focused. See, for me, I was a man that I had to be around you 24/7. So in a long distance relationship, it worked for me because it allowed me to have space. It allowed me to stay focused. It allowed me to stay on track with everything that I was trying to do. If I had you around me, that means I done lost focus somewhere down the line. So I got a lot done in long distance relationships. Sometimes it's good to have your space. It's good. But now don't get it twisted to think that I was just gonna wait around a long distance relationship without an end game. 6 months was the cap for me. In 6 months, we needed to have some sort of plan because I'm not waiting. Some people, I heard my co-host said she heard something about a year. I said, who the fuck? I'm not doing that.
Man, you can't really dictate nothing. Like,
shit,
if you put a deadline on it, now you forcing it to have some kind of resolution. So
yeah, because we gotta have an end date.
Oh, that's a fucking wedding or a funeral. Nigga, only end dates are deaths and birth.
End date, and that's Big Smash's relationship word for the day for tomorrow. End date.
That is stupid. You can have a goal, but an end date.
An end date as far as the distance. Like, what are we doing? Like,
let's say you take a job out in California, and you still where you at, and in 6 months you still ain't got no money up to move out there. What's the deal then?
I feel like in 6 months, like I said, the focus is there. Like, I don't want to be without this person for too long, but I sacrificed so we can make it happen. Okay, so here's what happened with me. I ended up moving back to Chicago, and then I ended up leaving by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I left the kids. I left the old lady at the time, and I came back to Minnesota by myself. And I got on my shit because Minnesota was the goal at that time. Chicago wasn't the goal. There was too much going on. Chicago wasn't the goal. So if I wanted to get on top, and plus I had another kid on the way at the time. So if I wanted to I came down here on a mission. I ain't come down here to play. I ain't come down here to lollygag. I came up here on a mission. We got 3 months was the deadline. Like, we got 3 months because I didn't want her running around with a kid or pregnant with a kid trying to move and do all this shit. So I said 3 months. We got an end game here. And no distractions. Nigga, I was homeless for like 2 months before I finally got my break. So, because I was saving up money. Like, I'm out here. I'm saving up money. We trying to get this shit together. The goal is 3 months. We moving into our own shit. I'm not sitting around playing around. If I hadn't, I put my own deadline out. I put my own end date out there because that's what kept me focused and motivated. If I felt like if I didn't have an end date, I'd have been out here fucking chicks left and right, not giving a fuck. So the end game was always there. The end date was always there.
So if you didn't have a goal, you was just gonna lose focus. Your dick was gonna take control. Is what you're saying?
Facts.
Your brain was on a fucking long distance relationship with your body.
If I didn't have this kid on the way, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was no way I would have been thinking about the family. I would have been thinking about them, but it wouldn't have been the focus. The focus would have been like, oh, I got away from these motherfuckers for a second. Let me show my ass real quick. But I got on top of shit, bro. I had to, because I had to get on top of it. I had to have a clear path. I needed a clear mind. And at that time, vagina was a distraction for me. So
I'm confused. I've Had many a goals, and pussy ain't never stopped me from none of them.
Yeah, at that time,
I've never been knee deep and like, damn,
it was a
I don't want to
distraction.
make this money tomorrow. Nah, bro.
And I was dedicated some of the time. Like I was dedicated to the relationship some of the time because I felt like that's what's gonna keep me going. So motivation, man. Like we got an end date, 3 months time. We here, you know what I'm saying? In between me hustling and grinding. Once I'm done hustling and grinding, then I can start playing again. You know, once the business is done.
I mean, now, you can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. You can hustle and still get ass, my nigga.
Nah, nigga, that was the most time that I was most faithful. I felt like we gonna get back to the cheating.
I ain't never left work for the ass. I ain't never left where I was at. Like if I was in the middle of doing something, I ain't never.
Nah, I just felt like
we gonna scratch and no itch. Like I gotta get pussy, man.
I just said we gonna get back to that afterwards. Like I'm gonna be a faithful ass nigga right now on this long distance journey.
On how those correlate though, how faithful and hustling are correlated on the same plane.
No,
nigga, those ain't even.
I was faithful because I didn't have
verbs, my nigga.
I didn't have time, bro. I was too busy hustling. I was faithful on this mission, but once this mission was complete, everything was off. Everything was off the table. Now we celebrate. Now we have fun.
I guess, man.
But no, listen. Long distance relationships and that time I was still dealing with, you know what I'm saying, two of my kids' mothers just at different spaces. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you had a lot more going on than you should have in the first place. So that's why
I did.
Let's not blame it on vagina. Let's just say you just had a lot of fucking distractions of your own doing.
But it taught me patience. It taught me patience, bro. It taught me patience with a lot of things. Long distance relationships taught me patience. So you was faithful. You was faithful when she wasn't around, but unfaithful when she was there because money good. Make it make sense, son. Yeah. Okay. So once we got the goal, once we got the place, once we got settled, the mission was complete. The focus was back.
Let me get this straight. You was trying to hustle to cheat, is what you're saying. Because that's exactly what the fuck it sounded like you saying. You was like, as soon as I get enough money to make her shut the fuck up, I'm going to sling dick outside.
I had to make up for lost time.
That don't make no goddamn sense. None.
Dedicated, bro. I had a mission,
bro. That shit don't make no sense.
Nothing wasn't getting in the way of the mission.
Cheated, nigga. That ain't a long distance relationship. That's a pimping exchange.
Yeah, until we completed the mission.
And she got there, and then you bounced out to go cheat.
You ever played a video game? You ever worked your ass off to play this video game all the way to the end? And then you get to the credits
and all that shit.
And then you get to the credits and you like, all right, well, this shit ain't fun no more. I beat this shit already. That's what it was for me. Like
that was a horrible analogy. That shit didn't make no sense. You lost me. I done played many a video game. As soon as the credit rolled on, you can go on and play some more game. You ain't gotta stop and do
but nothing was as good as that game because you put all the hours and days and dedication into that one.
So in other words, you hustled to get this girl everything she wanted, and she was right there. You got to the end credit, and you got her what you wanted. And you worked so hard, then you went through it away.
Nah, just we took an intermission.
So what was the fucking point of doing all that hard work and hustling and all this I'm staying faithful bullshit for you to get there to take a fucking
because you ever heard of absence? You ever heard of absence makes the heart grow fonder?
No, that's stupid.
There you go. I had an end game.
How long of an absence does it have to be?
Shit, at that time, 3 months.
So 3 months, you was like, oh my God, I missed her so much. Soon as she got to you, was like, God damn, I can't stand this bitch.
Pretty much. That's generally how it happens.
That back before the 3 months started when you was together.
Yeah, but it was enough. See, it was a kid involved. There was a kid involved in this situation. So it wasn't just for her.
Out loud again, man. Because that none of this is making sense. I'm so fucking confused right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I ain't even high. I'm just fucking confused. You just told me you fucking cheated, so you hustled so you can cheat, and you knew y'all wasn't compatible back where y'all was at, but then you had a kid. So you was like, for the kid, I'm gonna go away for 3 months and see if I still love her the way I
no, not if I still loved her, because I did. Don't get it twisted, I did. But at that time, the hustle for the kid was more important. Like I was doing it more so for the kid than the actual relationship.
That wasn't a long distance relationship. You just went to hustle for your kids and you can go cheat afterwards.
I mean, it was long distance because we went from being together every day to every other weekend, if that. So yeah, it was a long distance. But
all right,
that wasn't the only part of the equation, because I was in another long distance relationship at the same time. So
nigga, stop the fucking phone.
But anyway,
no.
We're supposed to be giving advice here, man. We're not talking about me. Okay?
Nigga, you talking about you. Nigga, you brought you into this. Every time we do this shit, nigga, it's you. Motherfucker, I try to tell you, motherfuckers in the comments try to tell you what you should do or what's going on. We here to give you fucking advice, my nigga. Because you just sat up here and said, oh, I loved her and I went away for 3 months so I could be better and I didn't cheat and I didn't do this. And I was also in another long distance relationship at the same goddamn time. So I pretty much was just cheating.
But if it helps,
it doesn't help. Who does it fucking help?
Let me tell you, if it helps.
It doesn't help. I can tell you right now.
If it helps, I did feel bad. Okay.
I did feel bad as bad as him telling you, big dog, she sleep. You might as well go ahead and hang it up. That shit is I don't get it. How the fuck is you gonna say I felt bad, but I mean,
listen, okay, so you said that your situation, she felt like y'all could make it. You didn't. How did she cope with that? Is there any idea that you had as to how she managed to think that? Did you spice it up and have her feeling that way, or was it just
no?
Okay.
No. Again, there was no lead on. It was hey, we gonna do our own thing, see what happens. You know what I mean? We still talked. But it wasn't no lovey-dovey. It was, hey, how you doing? How's your day? We talked for a little bit. Boom. You know, we talked on the phone, but it wasn't like I'm telling her, like, yeah, I can't wait to tear that ass up in 3 months. I've been so faithful. You don't even know how faithful I've been. I deserve it.
So let me ask you this. What put y'all back together?
Nothing. We didn't get back together.
Didn't y'all get married?
No, that ain't no.
So that's not the missus. Okay,
no,
cool. So y'all had conversations. She felt like y'all could make it. You had already explained that this wasn't the end game. You didn't want to do the distance. Was the distance the issue? Or
I mean, it wasn't really distance is always an issue. Nigga, you can live 30 minutes for somebody and be hard to see him. I don't think it's really the distance. It's just the fact that we're further apart than we were. Because we didn't live close. Now she lived about a half hour away from me. And I would go see her. But now that 30 minutes turned into 3-4 hours.
And you just wasn't trying to make those trips.
No, that, and I didn't feel like we could, like, because once you start getting further apart, you start getting further apart. Like, some people don't realize it because you're still in that brand new car phase. But once you start putting that mileage on it, shit start breaking down after a while, especially if y'all not doing the proper maintenance. And I hate to use car analogy, but y'all got to be able to at least see each other once a month, be able to make those plans. That's how that shit works, is by having a plan. Like, okay, I got this weekend off, you got this weekend off, boom, we'll have a weekend, supplement, and then that weekend we'll, make it, what I'm saying, what it is. So, I mean, it works. You just, like I said, you got to be maturity and y'all got to be both on the same plane.
For sure.
One can't be, half in and half out. If y'all both all in and you good. No matter.
I tried, bro. I was making the
But you
trips
wasn't
back
all
and
the way in, nigga. You was already in 2 different long distance relationships. You didn't
yeah,
try.
but
You
but
half-assed both
I
of them
was making the
motherfuckers.
trips back and forth.
Bro, you half-assed both the motherfuckers, man. You can't be half in one and half in the other, nigga. You only got 100% to give, nigga. You give 50 here and 50 there, nigga. There's nothing left to give.
See, I had a plan, right?
Your plan
Let me tell you how my plan was, right?
And I heard some of your plans before. I can tell you.
All right, so when I got there, let's say I got there on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, I'm gonna catch up with the kiddos, catch up with mom, see how everybody doing, catch up.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Chill out with the family. Saturday it was with one. Sunday it was with the other before I left. Sunday night I'm back, getting ready to get back in town for my work week. So it was a balance. God damn it. And
so
I did
Saturday
it very
didn't
well.
get the full times. So Sunday didn't get the full time. Saturday got.
See, I was getting up at like 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah,
just to ensure, quality time was had. You know
so
what I'm
you
saying?
leaving one at 6 a.m. to go to the other at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Half-assed. Half-assed the best.
I'll admit it was. But
again, so you didn't put your all into it, my nigga.
But
there's no but to it.
But
the fuck are you talking about?
But I did slow down. God damn it.
I did slow down.
And I cut it down to just
the 3 of the wildest statements that's been shown in this show is I did slow down. You might as well go and hang it up, big dog. She sleep. And what was the other one? I forgot it already. Damn, but it was a good one too. Something about me not cheating, but I cheated. So I cheated to hustle. I hustled so I could cheat. That's what you said.
I did slow it down and maintain just one relationship, bro, because I had to get my focus back.
How long was that? How long did both of these go on?
Simultaneously. So in hindsight, and I'm gonna really tell y'all who the real villain in all this was.
You, nigga, stop doing that shit. Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga.
I'm gonna tell you,
nigga, it's you,
I'm gonna tell you who started the path.
It's you, nigga. You the fucking problem, sir. I'm gonna need you to show up to work, turn in your fucking car. You are the fucking problem.
I went through
A, B, C, D. The demon is you, brother. You just sat up and
I went through an emotional heartbreak, right?
Oh my God, really? During these 2 cheating phases? During these 2 long relationships at the same time, you got your heart broke?
The emotional heartbreak is what caused it's what caused the long distance and me getting away and all this and all that. So let me break it down to you, right? Sure. I had a chance to rectify a situation. My kid's mother was moving out of state, and I had every opportunity in the world to go with her, but I said, nah, I ain't on that. At this point, I got other kids here. I ain't trying to leave right now. And so when she left, it forced me to entertain other relationships that I really did not want. Okay.
So it's her fault that you entertain these relationships.
In a sense. Yes. In a sense.
Because what sense is that, nigga?
Because listen, when she left, I knew in my mind I wasn't gonna be able to do no long distance relationship with her. So I had to cope the way that I had to cope and was forced to cope with other women at the time.
Cocaine wasn't an idea, my nigga?
Nah.
You could so take your mind off of things.
We got a special guest in the building.
Had many issues and took cocaine and look at all his fucking.
We got a special guest in the building. Styles, what up?
Styles, have you heard some of this bullshit tonight, man, my brother?
DC, I have not heard anything yet.
Oh my God. Let me give you the rundown, my brother. So this nigga started off talking about long distance relationships and how he was in one, but he didn't want to be in one. And then he got mad because he called the girl's house and nigga picked up the phone and said,
"Hey, big dog, you might as well go ahead and hang it up. She sleep right now."
I told the story on the episode.
It gets more. So then this nigga said, "Oh yeah, I like to put deadlines on a long distance relationship because if we ain't coming together, you gotta have an end date." So this nigga said we spent 3 months. Now he made it try to seem like he was doing some savory shit. But when you after you press a nigga, you can tell he lying. Like in a motherfucking interrogation room, you start,
"Hey nigga, what'd you say? 5 o'clock? Was it 6 o'clock? 5 o'clock." He said it was 9. Well, or was it 10? You know, the nigga started fumbling with what I think was this shit. What it was. I don't even know what got there. I didn't even have my watch on that day.
So this nigga said I was hustling so I could cheat. He was trying to get all this money together to move this girl over there. So once she got there, he felt free to go out and get ass. He said along this relationship made him faithful because he couldn't focus on cheating because he had to hustle.
Exactly. Yeah. I felt like cheating was.
Oh no. But then this nigga was like, but I was faithful, but I was also in another long distance relationship at the same time. But I was fully in it. No, nigga, you get 50% on each relationship. Nigga, that is the whole relationship. Nigga. You half in this one, half in that one. Nigga, that's 100% right there. Boom, you got that. You ain't all the way in neither.
But we made it through though.
But we made it through is a wild statement.
It is. It is.
She fucking outlandish ass.
Right, so
I
look,
heard
man,
Trump say some more saying this
we
shit.
got my man Styles in the building. Styles actually, and he hit me earlier and, he gave me some words and he said that this topic was not represented well, speaking from a man who is in a long distance.
Hold on. Let me do me. Pause. So
go ahead.
Nah. What I said was, one, let me start here. It was a good episode. I felt like the people that were in a long distance relationship weren't properly represented. Okay. And what I was hearing basically was two people, one that's not going to be in one, respectfully, and the other one, just like, well, DC, we're going to take everything that DC just said and copy and paste that. So for me, it was like, all right, cool. But what about the people who's built for that? You understand what I'm saying? What about them? Where are they? That was my question. I'm not going to sit here and talk about politics on the surface level because I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to leave it alone. You get what I'm saying? So if we're going to talk about it, then I'm going to bring on somebody that actually knows politics.
For sure.
That was my beef, only because it didn't resonate with me. I enjoyed the show. It didn't resonate where I wanted it to resonate, or the way that I wanted it to resonate with me.
Okay.
I was getting tight. I was like, yeah, all right, cool, but I'm talking to myself. All right, cool, but and then you and your 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This nigga playing double dutch with it.
All right, so let me ask you then. All right, so we're going to ask about some pros for long distance relationships coming from you. What's your take on that?
Well, the reason why I did it basically was because I like my space and I value my space, right? And I'm always uncomfortable and crutchy just kicking people out of my space, which is why I did eventually marry my long distance crush, i.e. girlfriend and other things. Because of the fact that I no longer felt uncomfortable with her being in my space. Now I'm paying for it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I need to close that distance. But outside of that, that's why I did it. I didn't do it because I wanted to, the freedom to cheat on him. I could cheat on him with him right here. I could do that right here.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Cheat on her. He hustled to cheat on her.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like you doing a lot of extra.
This nigga said he brought himself out of homelessness to make sure she got there so he can cheat on her.
Because that's what my dad. Okay, so I felt like this, right? And I talked about this on the show. I said long distance relationships at that time might have been the best relationship for me because I didn't have somebody on my bumper 24/7. It allowed me to focus on what exactly I was trying to do because at that time I'm clingy as fuck. So I needed to be around that person 24/7. Otherwise, I ain't feel like I was alive at the time. Like I felt like my chest was hurting, shit like that. So when I got in the long-term relationship, I felt like, I could do this. This is nice.
And you know that fear you felt? That wasn't fear. That was the fear of like, maybe she out here doing something because I've been out here doing something. That's called your kindness.
Yeah. I guess I just needed that freedom. I needed that space, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I needed that. That was motivation for me to get on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Put that bingo comment up. Nah, she know.
Nah,
how
I ain't
to-
putting
nah.
that bingo comment
Yeah,
up.
no,
She
no.
know what she doing, man. Listen.
Oh, you put all the other ones. Yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
He said it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, she know what she doing at this point. But anyway, I just felt like at that time, man, I could use that space. I didn't want to be out here cheating and lying, but long distance, I started to appreciate the value of what I had once I had to go through that shit. Because when you're used to having somebody around you every day, it's an adjustment. It's different.
I don't
You
want to
know,
talk your soliloquy you got going on there, but you was like you missed it and you respected it on this and that. But then you say right after that you cheated though.
See,
That's what threw me off. That's why I was like, yo, I need somebody that's gonna represent the other side of things, not the fuck boy, or the fuck. I need an adult at that in that situation. Show me an adult. You know what I mean?
See, I started off talking about early on and why long distance relationships might have worked for me, and then I dove into exactly as to there are pros and cons of that, and you can actually get through it and succeed with it if you actually put in the work. But if you're not willing to put in the work and you're just using that as a zone to go out there and cheat, then you've already lost the essence of what long distance relationships could be.
But if you start off as a fuckboy, you already lost credibility. We're not trying to hear anything else that you say with regards to
no, because
it could wait for you. It could work for you.
It's the past.
Her and them.
It's the past, though. People can elevate and people can have different thoughts. When you was 2, you thought candy was good. When you 16, you might not think candy is good. So people can change now. We ain't gonna sit here and act like people stuck in their ways forever. Like people grow up. I grew up. It was a grown up thing.
Try not to do it.
I mean, at that time I was immature. I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I just got my heart broke. What could have been
time out. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. This the other kicker. He said the reason why he went into the long distance relationship is the reason because he got his heart broke. Because he had a chance to leave with his baby mama and then he wanted to stay. So then he's like, because she left me, I was heartbroken. I had to go out here and cheat. I had to go out here and get some ass because it was the only way to fill the hole in my heart.
So hold on. The baby mama was the long distance relationship?
No. I couldn't. Okay, so she wanted me to go with her. And I told her that I still have children here. I can't leave. I can't leave.
Smash. I need the short version, B. You already know my attention.
That's the short version. So she ended up leaving anyway. Regardless of what I said, she ended up leaving anyway.
Distance relationship? I'm confused.
So after she left, no, I said that started a whole line of debauchery, I should say. And so
I just want answers to my question. That's all.
I just gave you an answer.
Nigga, you taking me around the world. I'm going across the street.
So it ended up being long distance relationships with 2 of my other kids' mothers who came after she left. So I felt like if she had stayed, then none of that shit would have occurred. All that shit would have been.
He would have had 2 other kids.
I really can't say that because I had a kid a month apart from her kid. So I really can't say that, but I will say that it fast tracked a lot of my
Let me sprinkle some shit in the game, right? Because that already doesn't make any sense at all.
It does.
No, it doesn't. It does to you. I'm sure you got it worked out. It's funny math, but that's fine.
Again, his brain is on a long distance relationship from his body.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not like you went out seeking a long distance relationship with people you aren't familiar with. These are your kids' moms. So stop with the bullshit already. So it's kind of like you already had that conversation. Me, on the other hand, I actively sought out people that weren't in my state. And it started from my borough. Like, I wouldn't date chicks from Brooklyn. It just wouldn't happen.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And then I was like, hold on. I got older. I was like, yeah, we can go across the border with this.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't anybody that I was necessarily familiar with. You dated 2 chicks that you were familiar with. So that just might have been a by proxy of just the whole distance thing, because of the fact that if they was
6 hours away,
if they was across the street, you would have dated them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about somebody that you didn't know that I'm ashamed to say that you might have met online.
Well, see, look, I wasn't proud of how long distance relationship went out. Now, I will say this. I did a lot of growing from those two experiences because it made me realize that I need my person around. Like whoever I deal with after all these two situations are done, they got to be around. You know what I'm saying? I had a different appreciation for it. You know,
I'm still.
I feel like you move different with people that you're familiar with, and I feel like you move extra different when you're moving around people you're familiar with and you share a child. You get what
fact.
I'm saying? Like, there's no like, I'm gonna be scared you're gonna leave, but we still tied together for the next 18 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Because
however long.
I think that was one of the reasons why, you know, I knew that once she left, it wasn't gonna work out. Because if you're anything of the way that you are with me, and you 8-9 hours away from me, oh, I can just imagine what's going on. Not saying that I didn't have no faith in her ability to not cheat, but she knew me.
Right.
Like I was gonna cheat soon as the car hit the highway. So it's another reason why the shit wouldn't work.
And this nigga said, take advice from me. Get the fuck out of here.
Now you got to mind you that I was 22, 23 at the time. I'm 37 now. I don't have that mind frame and that anymore. I'm a changed person. I'm not the same person I was 13 years ago. It's a difference.
In what respect?
Well,
I could take you back just one summer, but go ahead. In what respect?
I was gonna say take you back a couple months ago, but go ahead.
Yeah. This nigga's.
I'm gonna change mine. I do less cheating and I don't hustle to do it no more.
Okay, so look, right. As far as relationships go, I have a newfound appreciation for them.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Because I did so much dirt, and that karma came back and hit me so hard. Jay, what up? Karma came back and hit me so hard that it gave
other bingo. All right.
Yeah, it gave
hit marks.
I can't even see the comments, so
that's the child's mother that left that keeps saying this bingo bullshit.
Oh, I'm on point, nigga. I'm on point. Sir,
that's like now get this. Get this. That is
in the comments who's telling me I'm right.
That is one of my best friends still to this day. Shout out to her. Beautiful person.
Yeah, shout out to her.
One of my best friends.
But we on point together. We right now telling you what you need to know, what you need to hear, sir. To come to our office and let us talk to you. Before you leave your key card on, you need to let you know bullshit.
I have a different appreciation for people in long distance relationships that actually can pull through and make it happen. Like I said in the episode, I know two couples right now who are long distance and they killing that shit. I could do it. Would I want to? No. But could I do it now and be successful with it? Probably, because I've learned a lot.
Hey, Styles, you see how quickly it went from could I do it? Yeah. I mean, if I had to, could I do it? Probably. Would you put a gun in my head? I can't do it.
Styles, talk to me about the cons, brother. Talk to me about some cons. If you know, if you're going through the highs,
right,
which you are, we got to talk about the lows. So what were some of the lows that you went through as far as long distance? What are the things that shaped the balance?
I mean, you got to have discipline at the end of the day. You got to know what you want. And maybe it takes a man of a certain age to get there. You get what I'm saying? To have experienced all of this shit, not to be tempted by other shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That one night means absolutely nothing. Like for me, I need somebody that knows me in order for me to feel uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable around everybody. I don't like people. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how I give it up. So I'm comfortable with her. So to be, to move on to another chick, it's not for me. Now, outside of that, yes, I need mine here and now with me. Even right now in this moment, I need her here with me. So that's a con. You understand? But on the flip side of things, you got to use that as motivation, and fuel to get to the next step. Because what you did say that did make a lot of sense was you do get the focus, but a lot of motherfuckers don't focus. They go out and cheat. You understand what I'm saying? And we have conversations all the time, and I tell her, like, yo, you're my person, to the point where I'm not even, I don't look for something else. And it would be easy for me to find something else. I ain't ugly. You know? So it's just kind of like that whole situation. But it's not what I want to do. I see the bigger picture. For me, for somebody else, it might be something different. But for me,
Yeah, and I think that was important. That was important to have the same type of goals. Like I was telling DC that the end date. Now, do you have an end date for this, or can you go along with this forever? Or do you see that gap closing? You know what I'm saying? As far as the distance, are you comfortable with that? That's what it is. There's no changes. You love it like this, or do you feel like, all right, we got to put some things in perspective here. Now we've did the distance. Where's the closeness coming in at?
I mean, of course, there's no expiration date. As far as like, yo, January, that's it, and I'm out of here, type of situation. However, there is a plan in place, and you have to have a plan in place. And not only just having a plan in place is one thing, but if you don't have a plan in place, or you have a plan in place and you're not talking about it, it can be deemed as gaslighting. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that either. You want to have a plan in place that both people came up with, and you're actively talking about and actively working on. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and that's our thing. Because I know that for me, I'm shifting states. I'm going from New York to Texas. You get what I'm saying? That's a shift. So with that happening, it's like, all right, cool, we're gonna do that. But I don't want to go from an apartment to an apartment. So we're like, all right, cool. So we're gonna go from an apartment to a house. And then you have to have the sustainability of the house, right? Then I have my place of work where I work right now. You know what I mean? Do I just leave that and I've got tenure there, leave that and go somewhere else and do something else? So there's a lot of things involved. But again, like I said, it has to be an active conversation, you know? And if the plan's not bulletproof, there isn't one. There is. That is, rather. However, but, you know, you gotta do your thing.
Yeah, these are all true things, man. Listen, I will say this. What I've learned is, in order to be like, now, do you agree with this? I said this on the show. Both have to be equally busy in order for a long distance relationship to succeed, to thrive. Because if I'm busy and you're not, it's like you calling me constantly. You own me more than you're on the plan. Do you think that that's a feasible thing, that both have to be somewhat busy in order for it to maintain, or no?
Like busy as in you can't reach that person busy? Like
No, like as in work, you might be in school, own businesses, things like that. Like,
nah, bro. I disagree with that.
okay, talk to me.
I disagree with that. I think that you just both have to be in tune.
Okay.
Outside of the space, there's no difference than having a physical relation. I mean, being in the same physical space. You understand what I'm saying? Outside of the distance, it's literally the same thing as when you try to shift certain things around. Like we have movie night, we watch shit together on, online and shit like that. I'm in Dallas, you know what I mean, a lot during a month, every month type of situation. Still a lot of distance, because I heard you talk about that on the podcast too. You was like, I was there every other weekend, so kind of like it wasn't, but it was. You know what I mean? Same shit. Nah, you just gotta be in tune, man. You gotta be in tune. What's for you is for you at the end of the day. If y'all both willing to work on it, that's the only thing at the end of the day. Is if you're both willing to work on it, it'll work. If you got one foot in, one foot out, it's not gonna work. If you want it wholeheartedly and the other person is not wholeheartedly in it, it's not gonna work. Period. That's just what it is. But I mean, that's just regular relationship shit.
All right, so Jay said, I ended a long distance relationship due to COVID. They lived in another country. We lasted 7 months. He could have possibly been my husband, but we weren't going to see each other soon.
Wait, time out. But did you see that person at all? I need to know that. That's important.
Don't sound like it.
Yeah, I just want to know before I jump out the window and just start saying random shit.
Being in another country is crazy.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same. Let me tell you something. Long distance relationships also predicated on your finances. You understand
This
what
is
I'm saying?
true.
So it's not even. There's a lot to it.
This is
There's a lot
true.
to it. A lot of broke niggas will be like, I can't do that. I know,
That
nigga.
shit
You ain't
will
how
burn a
busted this ain't
hole
for
in your
you. I get
fucking
it.
pocket.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I need the
That
answer to that
shit
question though. She jump
will
back in
burn.
and answer that. I need to know if she saw a dude ever in life because it's easy to drop and cut and run when you haven't seen that
Yeah.
person. Words
Yeah.
only move me, but so far.
Yeah. She said
she
no.
hadn't. Oh, she hasn't. Oh, so I don't think that counts at all. I don't, especially in the digital age. I just don't think that counts.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna work each other up into a frenzy, but then you don't see that person. So after that, what is
Yeah.
it?
And I gotta be around you. Now, again, I'm not here to discourage anybody from long. I say go for it. If your love is out there and you feel like they're willing, they're worth doing all that for, go for it. Because I did it. I
Twice.
did it.
You are not the best example.
Twice at the
Well, go
same
ahead.
time.
That nigga said, but I did it. Like everybody's gonna run to the front of the line. No, sir.
No, Styles, you forget he did it twice at the same time, so he double certified to be able to say this.
With two women he was super familiar with.
Nah, man, we talking
kids.
about. Okay, so I felt like relationships, long distance relationship helped molded me into a better person because I felt like at that time I was ready, but then I really wasn't. But now it's like I don't want to have a long distance relationship. I will if it's the right person. Okay. But again, we still got to have an end date. Like we got to know how long we doing this shit for. Like I told you 6 months was my cap. After 6 months, what are we doing? Are we working on coming together?
Stop.
What is the end game here? I'm not saying
Stop.
I'm not saying in 6 months it's over.
Stop.
But I'm saying 6 months, I need to know what exactly we doing. I'm not waiting around.
STOP. Stop.
No.
Because you're asking questions in 6 months that you should have probably had answered a month and a half into it.
Not really, because things and circumstances change.
Nigga, 6 months, long distance. You talking about getting the drawers the first night? This nigga said in 6 months, I need to know what we doing.
I'm talking about as far as the distance, sir. Like,
but let me ask you a question.
Like, what are we doing?
How exactly does this play out? Like, how does that play out? 6 months. Take me from the beginning to the end, but the short version.
I'm willing to withstand whatever distance that we have to do to get this done for at least 6 months, and then after that,
my fucking questions. I don't. What the fuck?
Hey,
and then after that, are you moving? Am I moving? What are we doing?
No. But what I'm asking you though, Smash, is this: you meet. All right. So boom, you met her online or not? I'm just trying to build a case in my head.
You asking me about a hypothetical scenario?
Fucking shit. Now I feel like I'm on tech support in fucking Bangladesh and shit. You know how they ask you something and repeat the shit back to you? I'm good. I don't even want to know anymore. I'm not that interested. Yo, DC, you got something to
say? Okay, so look, right?
I'm gonna let him finish cooking himself.
Hey man, listen. I feel like this, and I'm getting ready because we got to wind this down. But I feel like this: if you feel like
nothing was accomplished tonight,
if you feel like your
put this nigga feet to the fire, he always like gotta go.
No, if you feel like
what do you mean by that? All right, y'all, we're gonna see y'all next time. Explain later.
See you in 7 days.
Catch the new episode. Make sure y'all,
Yo, we need your co-host on the fucking recaps, bro. Perhaps we might get something accomplished. We need your co-host. That's what we need.
Yeah. So look, right.
He was like, she don't exist. She's AI.
No, not even that. Like, so I feel like
nigga still didn't answer the fucking question. He's like, no, not even that. But I feel
like I do the shows with two women. So I said when I do these recaps, it's for the fellas. I need their input.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem with that. When you get with the fellas, you turn into a locker room jock When you with them, you Steve Urkel.
No, I actually think this one went a lot better than the last one. I can tell you that much.
I
Okay.
don't think you. I think your brain is still in that long distance relationship. I don't think you on the same episode as me and Styles been on, because this shit ain't been better than the last one. Actually, this shit fell off the rails a long time ago.
No, it didn't.
All right.
I gave a lot of good advice on this one. It wasn't no
Right.
shenanigans too much. But anyway,
how is you telling niggas, yeah, do a long distance relationship? I did it twice at the same time. And the only reason I did it is so I could hustle. So I
see,
could cheat when I got there.
for reasons of catching myself in uncompromising situations,
But you see,
I can't
What
tell
fucking
you
word is that? What is that?
he don't know.
uncompromising
Oh,
situations.
uncompromising. I didn't hear the. Okay, cool. It cut out. My fault.
Let me get this straight. You've been in a bunch of them, but this is the one you choose not to talk about.
Yeah. See, I can't really speak
So
on
why
that
are we
right
here?
now.
Why are we here, nigga? Why are we here?
But no, look.
What the fuck are we doing?
Styles, man, you got some words of encouragement for the good
Nope.
people?
Nope. Not at all. You already know. Matter of fact, we're gonna copy and paste what I said last week. Don't listen to this nigga for advice. Don't even do it.
DC, you got some words of encouragement, good sir.
Same thing I tell y'all every week. If y'all want to find out what not to do,
Go listen to What the Shit
do
podcast.
everything smash, don't do.
All right, so look, long distance relationship can work. You just gotta have the patience, you gotta have the focus, you gotta have the drive, you gotta have the communication, and you gotta have
This
the
is like
space.
a crackhead telling you how not to smoke crack.
You need space. You need space. These are all things that I said on the episode. Okay. Shout out to Nira because she was there.
Was she really?
She need to be here.
Yeah. True enough, she does. But I'm here. So
Nigga,
a
you
win
backup
is a
dancer
win.
right now. We don't want to talk to the backup dancer, nigga. We want
This
we
nigga
want to
said,
talk to Nira.
y'all came to see the headliner, but here go me.
Hey,
So,
man, look.
ice baby ass nigga.
brand new episode. I'll explain all this later. Is out right now. It's about long distance relationships. It was a dope vibe for me. And then get ready for episode 3, which is about the friend zone. Okay. So shout out to Rose.
I will not be on the after show for that one.
I
Matter of fact, it might be my last one. I think I'm retired. I'm retired.
Hey,
Hey,
man,
man, you got to go on a long distance podcast relationship, bro. You call me never, and I'll see you never, and then we ain't even got to worry
well,
about
see,
it.
I like having you here because you do the recaps when Styles isn't here
ain't-
so well.
It ain't you, it's me. I just don't think this is gonna work.
Hey, man, listen. I do want to say that if your love is out there, go get it. No matter the distance. Distance don't even matter. If your love is out there, go get it. And that's sincerely. That's me sincerely. No
I can't
jokes.
take this, man. I cannot. I'm sorry, man. It's a car wreck. It's like a nigga telling you
No,
not to drive
no
drunk
jokes, no
as he's
jokes, no
driving
bullshit.
drunk.
Man, if your love is out
Yo.
there, go get it.
You know what's crazy? I used to wonder like what the special ed classes were like with like 6 people in it, but I get it now. Every Monday at this time, just sitting there, just like,
Just off
is
the
it time to
rail.
go yet?
Okay, first of all, don't talk about the people in special ed classes because I used to be one of them for a time.
I
Okay.
believe you.
Indeed.
Bad
I
as
believe
fuck.
you, nigga.
Bad as fuck,
Believe it.
fighting everybody, doing all type of goofy shit. So yeah,
Children.
shout out to them people, man. They need love too.
Shout out
Okay.
to the short bus.
Nah, I was never on the short bus, but we did have small classrooms. But it's neither here nor there.
Nah, nigga, you didn't
Okay.
have small classrooms. You just had classrooms with 3 people in them and 2 teachers.
Yeah, we did. But we had gym with the regular kids, and we used to beat their ass because they could get to go from classroom to classroom, and we had to sit in one confined
So you
room
was angry
outside of gym.
people was normal doing normal people shit.
Yeah.
How dare they be doing normal people shit in
Hey,
life?
yo, DC, let me help this. Let me help this dude out. Yo, DC,
The
tell the people where they
audacity
can
of
find
regular
you. brother.
motherfuckers out here in this world doing regular nigga shit on every normal goddamn day. How dare these motherfuckers be mediocre, a little more less mediocre than me out this bitch?
Facts.
Everything. Unmitigated. All of these normal motherfuckers.
DC, man, let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
Nowhere. Because I just don't want to be found.
Y'all can find DC here on Mondays.
Nah, don't advertise me, nigga. They're gonna be severely disappointed when they show up this motherfucker and I ain't here. Surprise!
It's gonna
That's
be one of
okay.
those
I just
styrofoam
get a
fucking,
DC cutout. Fuck it.
styrofoam.
Yeah, I just get a DC cutout.
Good luck.
Boom. You know, AI your voice, and we all good.
Still ain't gonna be the same.
Styles stepped out, man, but I know he's here somewhere. Styles, you got something to say? Where can the good people find you at, son? Son, I call you son because you shine like one. You know, son. You know, that's how all New Yorkers be talking, be blowing the fuck out of me. Like, why the fuck everybody got to be son? Anyway, I think he gone. I'm gonna give him a couple seconds. Shout out to everybody that popped in. There you go. Hey, man.
My fault.
Let everybody know where they can find you at, man. You on tour right now, man, or you about to be on tour again.
I am on tour, and I'm about to be on tour again. I'll be in, actually, myself, Lamp, Ryan, and my wife will actually be in North Carolina the first week of August. Until then, you can catch us, episode 3. We tore Texas up a little bit. The Brunch Out Podcast. That's what
DC, didn't you just leave Carolina?
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting my fucking location, my nigga. Damn. If I wanted the world to know, my nigga, I would have said,
I think your social just flashed
there.
across the screen, too.
I would have said, oh, shit, I was just there. You see, I didn't do that because clearly I didn't want motherfuckers to know. But since we talking, I'll be there next weekend, too. God damn. Fuck.
Hey, man, y'all know me where y'all can find me at every Monday night at midnight. I'm in your favorite DSPs for sure. And then Mondays I'm doing this. And then you can find me on a promo run because it's about to happen. This promo run is about to hit real soon. Probably as soon as I get off here. But anyway, shout out to everybody. Shout out to you good brothers for taking y'all time to come talk with Big Smash. You know, we appreciate y'all over here.
Oh,
Okay?
hold on 1 second. I do need to jump back in and say that I'm talking a lot of shit, pardon truth, but the episode was fire. How about that? I do want to end with that. Like, the episode was fire. Your man full of shit, but the episode was fire.
All right, man, listen. Go listen to that episode. Episode 3 is on the way. The Friend Zone. Then after that, Trust Issues. I got them already rolled out. They already done. They already cooking. We already ready. Listen, y'all already know what it
I'll
is.
explain this later. It's just you explaining all the dumb shit you did.
I guess you could see it like that. Yeah. But in the midst of it, we give great advice. You know, again.
I'm pretty
Hold
sure.
on. We really need his podcast to do well. This nigga has to buy a candle, flashlight, something. The fuck are we looking at you in the dark for, nigga?
All right, so look, I'm not in my podcast room right now because it's a little bit too hot, and I ain't want
you
AC
on
on.
punishment. Like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I'm downstairs. I'm usually upstairs with the studio lights and all that shit.
So
But
you have like 2 different light bills. You didn't pay the light bill downstairs?
Nah, the sun is just going down there. I got lights. It's just not bright. But anyway, that's why we finna end the show.
It's like German dungeon porn.
Oh man.
I'm afraid that nigga's gonna pop out.
I'm getting out of here. Yo, DC, I'm gonna catch you on the flip side.
All right, y'all.